Hey, what is up, everybody? Michael Crump back here again, talking about the latest and the greatest in PlayStation homebrew news and much, much more. So it is here, everybody, God of War Ragnarok. So what I thought that I was going to do this time is that I would make a video showing you exactly how I set mine up, along with some of the pre-order bonuses that comes along with it. There's an art book, there's a soundtrack, and also just trying to help make sense of the updates. Which updates do you need? So let's go ahead and let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so over on the PlayStation 4, the very first thing that we should check before we install God of War is going to be if we have enough space. Now, this PlayStation that I use here is primarily just for videos, so I don't have like a large hard drive or anything like that in it. But as we can see right here, I'm only using 149 gigabytes, and there is a total of 408.5 gigabytes. So since God of War is about 100 gigabytes by itself, maybe a little bit more with the patch and everything, we should be good to go here. So from this point, I would recommend going ahead and attaching a USB external drive or whatever. And obviously the system is jailbroken already with Goldhen. So I'm going to head over to PS4 Explorer 2.0 here. Okay, so as you can see here, there are a number of files in here. The first three includes the base, or the one that I have highlighted right now is going to be the base package that we're going to install. Then there is another package right here, which is the 2.0 update that we're also going to need to install. Then there is this one right here for 9.50, which I still can't figure out what exactly this is for. Now, a lot of rumors have been out there that this is for a 9.50 exploit. I don't really think that it is, but from what at least I've heard from other people is that you don't actually need to download that. I think it's right around 20 gigabytes. So we will test and find out if that's actually true. And then there is DLC for God of War. So a lot of folks are really caught up just on the actual base game itself, but there is some DLC that you can use with this game. And then finally, there is a digital art book and a soundtrack that you can also download and to get that full kind of God of War Ragnarok experience. So we'll just do these step by step. So the first one is we'll go ahead and take the base package, and as you can see right here, it's setting in at 84.4 gigabytes. I'm going to press X here, and there is the game. Woohoo! Okay, so we will press L2 and then X, and we will start installing that package. So what I'm going to do, just to make the video kind of brief on this, is that I'll head over here to notifications, and we'll look at the downloads right here, and then I will just speed until it is installed. There it goes. It does say that it is ready to use. And so we will just head back over here, and just to begin with, we will go down to information. We'll see that there it is. It is setting in at 90.67 gigabytes, and the version, at least originally, is 1.00. Okay, so we will head back over to PS4 Explorer, and now I'm going to actually take this patch, which is for 2.00. So right here it is. Again, ignore the one that is on 9.50. We will verify this in this video, but you can go ahead and try that second patch here. So I'm going to click on that one. I'm going to press X again, and from here I am going to go ahead and install the package. Now, I did note that it did not have an icon there, but I hope that that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and do L2 and X. And just like last time, let's just go ahead and let's head over to our notifications. And there we can see it is installing version 2.00. Okay, so from here, I will resume once it is complete. Once this installs, we're going to head over and we are going to look to see if the version is updated to 2.00, which it absolutely should be. So let's go here and let's go back down to information. And we do see that it is on 2.00. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to run this game without even installing or touching that 9.50 file, even though I went ahead and downloaded it, just to make sure that the game will run and that it is accessible. So you don't have to download that yourself if you don't want to, because it's already a pretty beefy package in general, but this game is going to be pretty epic and very amazing. So I think it's going to be worth it. And there it is. So I can't wait to actually bring this in on my big screen to be able to play this the way that it really should be played, with surround sound and a big, gigantic screen. So again, just a little bit of testing here. So let's get into the game. Now, I did notice, because I did watch some of the leaked videos, but there is a recap in case you didn't follow maybe the previous game. So you could come in here and you could listen or watch the recap in order to get up to speed with the story before starting this one. I think the other thing that you would all be very interested in would be the actual languages that supported with the release, or at least with the release that I downloaded. Now, I'll have to go verify, but I do believe that I downloaded the Europe version simply because I believe it was one of the first ones that hit. But here we can see for the text language, we have English, United Kingdom, and then for speech language, we have English. Let's see what else is in this release. So there's Polish, Russian, Arabic, and it looks like that is it for this release. Let's go to the text languages. There is a bunch of other languages that I don't think that I could pronounce. So we will head back to English, but it is really nice to see that there is so many different options that you can pick from there. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start a game just to make sure that we can get into the actual game itself. You don't necessarily need to go out and buy a PlayStation 5 in order to experience this game with at least a very high level of detail, at least in my opinion. So if you've got a PlayStation 4 and you're on 9.00, well, then I think you're still going to be able to experience this game probably in a way that the developers intended. Here is the beginning entrance. So press R to look around. Okay, so this is going to be amazing. So yeah, you're controlling these dogs. Okay, so I don't want to play that here. I'll be playing that on a big screen TV in just a little bit. So let's get out of this. And now let's go ahead and we'll close the application and finish up here. Okay, so we'll go back into PS4 Explorer again. Okay, so we did learn that we did not need the 9.50 that was located inside of that. So the next thing we need to do is we need to install the DLC. So it says all DLC Deluxe right here. And again, I believe that I have the Europe version. So I'm going to go to EU version. But first, let me look at this text file here. So it says PS4 game DLC, God of War Ragnarok. It does give a bit about the release version. And it is saying right there that DLCs are no data type. So don't ask why there's a question mark in the DLC info. This comes with the pre-order pack and then the deluxe edition content. So transferring it is basically just copying it to a USB hard disk drive. And then there is some information here if you want to join their affiliate link and to help them out. And so I'll begin by installing the pre-order pack. So we'll press L2X here. And so this gives a armor and tunic. So now let's install the deluxe pack DLC. And so it says right there it includes a dark belt armor, attire, handle, and grip. So I'm going to do L2 and X here, and it looks like that will be installed in just a second, or maybe it already is. Okay, there it is. It is installed. So we're going to go down to information again, and installed add-ons. And so both of those are just right there. Okay, so we will see if those are in the game in just a moment. Let's go ahead and go back to PS4 Explorer. And the last thing to install is going to be the Ragnarok digital art book and soundtrack. So let's come into this PKG right here, and I'm just going to press L2 and X again. And this is going to be apparently just a digital art book and soundtrack. It looks like since this is a standalone package, maybe this isn't an add-on. And, well, it isn't an add-on. Okay, so it's ready to use. So let's go ahead and go inside of that and take a look. Okay, press X to enter. Okay, so there is a digital art book here. Press X to enter. Very nice. Okay, so this is the art book I think that you would get when you buy like the deluxe edition, which, you know, it has this as a high quality kind of like printout. So anyway, some pretty cool stuff in here. In case you don't want to download this, I don't know how long it is, but I will quickly flip through all of the pages. Looks like there is an enable autoplay. You can do things like show or hide the UI down at the bottom. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go to options here, and then we will return to the main menu, and let's take a look at the digital soundtrack. Okay, press X again. There is the soundtrack. Now, I'm not going to put this audio over on YouTube because of copyright strikes, but at least that's pretty cool that you will have access to that full soundtrack. So you could just turn this thing on and just let it go. Looks like you can make favorites up there at the top if you wanted to. And there's the controls down at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so that looked pretty awesome. I'm glad that that was included. We'll go ahead and we'll close that application out. And now I'm going to go back into God of War Ragnarok and see if I can find some of those pre-order bonuses that was mentioned. And it also includes this Kratos Risen Snow Armor, a snow tunic. Okay, so once you get to this part of the game, you will see that there is this gigantic chest that is over here. And so once you open up this chest, you'll be able to loot it, and then you'll have all of the pre-order DLC stuff. So thank you so very much for watching. I hope this helped. Anyway, enjoy the game. I know that I will. I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out.